Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle,
hello again, everyone, and good Friday afternoon. Welcome into this, another edition of the Auburn Blitz. I'm Andy Graham alongside David Jones. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Jason Caldwell from Inside the Auburn Tigers will join us a little bit later in today's show. We'll get his thoughts on everything going on. Big commitment. Yesterday, Joe Phillips on the heels of another couple of commitments as well, a wide receiver and a defensive back. Another big weekend, a five-star receiver on campus this weekend, and a host of really, really talented offensive linemen as well. Another 7-on-7 camp yesterday, I think. So just a very, very busy weekend. June 26th. is when the dead period begins in recruiting. So, still got a little while to go before things quiet down considerably. But I think this may be the final weekend for Auburn to have some official visitors in. It looks like they're going to save some of those until the fall, which, you got to be strategic about how you play this game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And, Andy, I hope on June 26th, or 27th, whatever day, that Hugh Freeze gets around to golf in.
Yeah.
Or some fishing, or some family time, and that staff, because they have earned it.
No doubt. One of these, there's a little write-up. I think Christian Clemente, who does a fantastic job there at Inside the Auburn Tigers, Auburn Undercover, talking about, writes a little blurb about a lot of these guys that are on campus. And I was just reading one of them that I found just kind of a little throwaway sentence in there, but it just beats you over the head with it. It was basically like, this guy, one of the top players in the country, after having such a sour experience with the previous staff, his recruitment seemed to be over. But this new staff coming on board has gotten him at least back on campus and talking with Auburn. It's just like, good. I mean, how many stories like this do you have to hear before you're just like, what in the world were they doing
Andy,
for 2 years?
Did you see Hokinson's tweet about Harsin?
I'm not a Twitter guy.
You're not a tweeter? This one caught my eye. He said there was a story where one of the assistant coaches was on the phone with a recruit, was making calls. Harsin comes in and says, hurry up and get off the phone and quit recruiting. We need to talk ball. He wanted the X and O in the office. Man, okay, whatever. Boggles the mind.
5-star wide receiver, Perry Thompson, who is obviously a big-time receiver. He is an Alabama commitment at the moment. Didn't even have an offer from the previous staff. Why would there be a 5-star recruit in the state of Alabama at all that doesn't have an Auburn offer?
Unbelievable. And Andy, and people compare him to the other unbelievable receiver that came out of Foley, who I coached against in basketball, not football, when he was JV at Foley's, Julio Jones. And the fact that he's a solid Alabama commit has been for a while, and now showing some interest. there's a lot of momentum shifting to Lee County, Alabama, with this staff and with Hugh Freeze. And we're going to get some of those guys. We're going to miss some. But I'll tell you this, there won't be any more of this. Why hadn't that 5-star received an offer in the state of Alabama? I don't think you'll ever see that again, ever.
Now, look, I'm all, and I've said for years, just because you've got a star or how many by your name doesn't make you, and you've said that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I understand some coaches some players, coaches go look at and they say, yes, he's a 5-star, but do we really want, his attitude or his heart, the way he plays, whatever. Or you just look at him and say, you see something in the guy to say, well, I think he's peaked in high school. I think he's they're overestimating what he's going to do in college. And that's the art of coaching. That's the art of evaluation, to be able to try to, predict what these kids are going to do as they mature in college. And I understand that. So I'm not saying when I say that, every 5-star in the state ought to have an Auburn offer. Maybe there's one or two out there that doesn't. But there are multiple guys that, and how many times did we talk about it last year, that didn't even, they had a sour experience when they were on campus at Auburn.
I was there.
They didn't even have an offer.
Didn't even meet him. How about that one? Yeah. Well, Andy, there's one more aspect real quick, and I'm going to use Saban as an example. I mean, 5-stars come in and out of their door so fast they have to oil the hinges.
Right.
And obviously there have been some Alabama football players that got in some trouble. But, Saban's pretty honest with those cats. He don't promise anybody anything. And they don't have any trouble getting 5-stars. It's that relationship building that we missed with the last guy. Okay? That's not a problem with Hugh Freeze and his staff. And I don't care what anybody says. I know facilities are important. I know culture and tradition and history are important. But we're still human beings that crave relationship with one another. And that's not a problem with Hugh Freeze and his staff. They're building those relationships with these kids. And that's why you're seeing more and more 4- and 5-star commits at Auburn.
And, we talked the Joe Phillips commit yet, and again, it's a long time till signing day. However, just to have that guy committed, from Tuskegee, a guy in Auburn's backyard, and to go against, and clearly Georgia made him a priority. And to be able to get him, you go up against Kirby Smart and win one. We've talked about how important that is for perception and for reality, getting those kind of players into the Auburn roster. But I think you need to, it's not just Kirby. You need to go up against a guy like Nick Saban. And here is a Perry Thompson, a Alabama commit. Yeah. Been a commit for a long time.
Yeah.
Now there are people that are in tune to recruiting to say, this may be a 50-50, and that's due to the work of this new staff and most importantly to Hugh Freeze.
You said
but you
that.
need to win a battle like that.
Well, that's what you said that from the jump when he was hired. We got to win some of those battles against Alabama and Georgia. Real quick, Andy, because this relates to what we're talking about. My brothers, he said, I'm watching y'all while sitting in the service department at Sarah Hyundai in Trussville. I got y'all turned up. But then he said, while broadcasting, he did some broadcasting for Shelby County High School football. He said, Carnell came by twice during the season to talk to an O-lineman. He was incredible. The coaching staff was very impressed. Glad Cadillac is still with us. And, of course, we've talked about that. That would have been a no-brainer. But Cadillac, Zach, all the staff. Now, the two new coordinators, the recruits rave about them. And that goes back to what I was talking about, building the relationships. But when we bump heads with Alabama and Georgia and we start winning a few of those, we've arrived. And there's proof in the pudding yesterday.
Absolutely. So looking forward to this. And we will, again, pay closer and closer attention to and answering that question, where will this class end up? this 2024 class, which we're all looking forward to, and on down the line.
Can I tell you what Hokanson said yesterday?
No. Yes, of course you can.
Because we talked about this yesterday. You said top 15, and I was hoping for top 10. Hokanson, who is in the building all the time, he thinks that we will be top 7, top 10 for sure, if this continues. If we get a couple of more of those guys.
Yeah.
And who would have thunk that coming from where we were?
Not many, for sure. College World Series begins today, actually at 1 o'clock, immediately following the Auburn Blitz.
Our dark horse, Oral Roberts.
Yeah, Oral Roberts and TCU get things cranked up there in Omaha. The U.S. Open going on. That kind of snuck up on me. Didn't see that one. It's a little. Can we get well, let's try to get this in real quick.
Got a
try
call?
to take a phone call. Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz. James, you with us?
Hey, yeah.
How you doing?
Hey, James.
Good, good. Hey, got one question.
All right.
Is Freeze trying to get another running back? Because my man ain't coming back. The family, from my sources, the family ain't going to let him come back.
Who's that?
We talking about Jarquez Hunter?
Exactly.
Well, I just saw him.
He's done.
I just saw him last week at the Auburn Regional. So if he's done, he's still on campus for some reason. But, I mean, if that happens, obviously, yeah, we go after another running back. So.
Is he in the portal now?
No.
You got
sure.
Jamari Austin. You got, Damari Austin. You got Jeremiah Cobb coming in.
Yeah, I understand that, but you're going to have to get a bigger running back than that.
Now, I don't know about a fill-in for this year from the portal. That's
what I meant.
I don't know if there's one. I don't know if there's one out there that would be that dynamic enough for you to bring in like this. So
not a Jarquez.
I mean, that's a. If that is true, James, then we might that's going to put a dent in some.
What in the world is the reasoning behind his family not wanting him to come back, James?
Not his family. The girl family. The president is handling it.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Hey.
We got to take a break. We'll ponder that during the break. Thanks for the info, James. All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
When you need an automotive hero, you got to call S&S Discount Tire Pros. With locations in Alexander City and Dayville, we are here to serve you today. From quick services like oil changes and tire rotations to in-depth automotive repairs such as suspensions, brakes, and tune-ups, S&S can take care of all your tire needs. You just have to focus on what's important and love the drive. Call S&S Discount Tire Pros today. We are automotive heroes, and we are here to serve you.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our best rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Let's get serious. Let's get Arctic Air serious. You want your car and truck to live longer, don't you? Well, it's about maintenance. Same thing with Arctic Air. You see the number at the bottom of the screen? Call them right now. Let me tell you something. You want to be comfortable? We all want to be comfortable.
Now at Glenn Smith and Opelika, GMC Sierra Crew Cabs discounted up to $10,500 off. GMC Terrains up to $4,750 off. And Buick Enclaves up to $5,000 off. Shop online anytime at glennsmith.com. That's GLYNN Smith.com. Plus, no payments for 120 days at Glenn Smith Buick GMC.
Over 250 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 45 more minutes in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us, brought to you each and every day by Central Alabama Community College, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation, and Russell Do-It Center. Thank you again so much for all of our sponsors, and thank you so much for all of you spending your lunch hour with us. James from Opelika, James, an old friend of the program, says, according to his sources, Jarquez Hunter will not be back. That would, again, if that's true, and if it is, certainly we'll give James credit. We'll find out here before long, I would imagine. But wow, I mean that would be a definite blow to this upcoming season, because Jarquez just got a ton of talent looking at that running behind a revamped offensive line. But also, you also look at it and say, okay, Damari Alston came on, looked really good. Brian Batty, the transfer from South Florida, very good. I think very underrated. I think a lot of people are not understanding, the kind of yardage he put up at South Florida. Got the incoming freshman, Jeremiah Cobb. Still got Sean Jackson as well. So it's not like that cupboard's bare.
No.
But I think it's a little late to be going and trying to find a dynamic running back.
Not one of that caliber. But, Andy, the one you didn't mention that impressed me in the spring game was the kid from Bessemer City. I can't remember his name.
Okay.
Came in and had some tough yards in the rain. And I didn't even know who the kid was. I had seen him. Remember, I told y'all I had seen him at spring practice.
Right.
And he stood out, and I said, who is that big old kid? And then he gets in the spring game and is knocking people's chin straps off. And, oh, that's a kid from Bessemer City. So, obviously we'd miss. I'm not saying I don't believe James. I might not believe James's sources at this point. But we'll see how that, that would be a blow. No question. But
hopefully that's not the case. But, James has been right before on some things.
Yes.
Just a list of guys that are going to be on campus this week or this weekend. Again, 5-star wide receiver Perry Thompson. He was, I think he competed in the 7-on-7 on Thursday. Now he's going to turn around and be right back on campus today for an official visit. So he's getting the full spectrum here of Auburn.
As he should.
4-star offensive lineman DeAndre Carter, #1 interior offensive lineman in the entire country. DeAndre Carter from Mater Dei, California.
Which, Andy, is one
got a
of
ways to go.
the premier high school programs in the country. Has been for years.
Okay.
I bet we've never had a kid from Mater Dei on the Auburn campus. I'm willing to guess. They're one of those schools that's on ESPN on Friday nights consistently.
Wow.
So, that's
well,
impressive.
if you think California ways away, 4-star offensive lineman Preston Taumua from Hawaii.
Yeah.
On campus this weekend as well. 4-star interior lineman Casey Poe on campus as well. And 4-star offensive lineman Jamison Riggs from Hiram, Georgia. So a bevy of really talented offensive linemen also 3-star offensive lineman Khalil House from Houston County, Georgia, joining the group. So fabulous offensive line. How many times have we said it? That's where you start to build the offensive and defensive line, and you build the team around those guys. We've seemed to. I said it. That's how Malzahn. A lot of it is why everything never went like it could have gone. Malzahn tried to build the team backwards.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to start at the top and build down.
Mm-hmm.
You got to start at the bottom and build up.
Absolutely.
And
you're talking about with the lines. Yeah, absolutely.
And
i.e. Georgia and Alabama.
Yes. No question.
And, Andy, look at the way the Khalil House thing went. He visited in the spring, didn't get an offer. So he said, well, I'm going to come back to camp. And came to camp last week and showed out. And then he returned for the camp shine, landing an offer. So he landed an offer. So now he's on commit what? So
yeah, it was the Jamison Riggs after a sour visit under the last regime made things difficult for Auburn to get back in it. Thornton, that would be Auburn's new offensive line coach. Thornton has worked hard and gotten the Tigers squarely in the mix. He's looking to announce a commitment sometime in July, though no date has been set yet. That's for Jamison Riggs, 4-star offensive lineman, interior problem.
And Poe was the one I told you about the tweet this morning. Everybody was excited about him coming in. So there's a 5, a 4,
from
a 4,
Lindale,
a 4,
Texas.
a 4, and then a 3. But, Khalil House may end up being a 4 before it's over.
Right, yeah.
So, there you Georgia, 2 from Georgia, Texas, Hawaii, California, and Foley, Alabama.
All right, when we come back, we'll look. I always find this interesting. Guys come from high school or from their previous college, get to Auburn, remeasure. How much have they gained? How much have they lost? Some interesting guys. How hard have they been working out? We'll take a look at some heights and weights of the new guys coming in this Auburn class this past year. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
L&G Ad Agency is the go-to vendor for all your digital and print marketing needs. We have in-house production for all projects, including graphic design, web design, social media marketing, videography, and print marketing. Our video production is up to industry standard with modern 4K cameras and drone capabilities. We pride ourselves in client-committed relationships, and every project is personalized to your needs. Visit lmgadagency.com for a free quote today. Let us tell your story.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill in Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
Lee Apparel is your go-to vendor for screen printed and embroidered apparel and promotional products. We print and embroider free custom-made graphics or outsourced designs on everything from t-shirts, headwear, corporate wear, team sportswear, high-end safety apparel, and promotional products. At Lee Apparel, you can always expect quick turnaround time, competitive pricing, friendly customer service, and free in-hands delivery on all orders. Visit us at leeapparel.com to get started.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your boat or vehicle to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your vehicle the right way. Located at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or Superior Automotive and Boat Detailing.
J.A. Smith Construction, with 19 years experience, is your trusted choice for construction. Site clearing and grading for new home construction, basement excavation, concrete paving, storm drain installation, fish ponds, and slough dredging. No job is too big or too small. Call Alexander at J.A. Smith Construction at 334-531-0199 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. J.A. Smith Construction, your trusted choice for construction.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you for about 30 more minutes in today's show. Jason Caldwell from inside the Auburn Tigers. Join us in the next segment. Be sure to stay tuned for that. We are brought to you each and every day by Russell Dewitt Center, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation, and Central Alabama Community College. David, I always find this interesting to see where these guys are in the 2023 class. Hank Brown, the quarterback, gained 6 pounds. He's 6'4", 201. Good size for a quarterback.
It is.
Jeremiah Cobb, 6 pounds up to 185 pounds. 5'11", 185 for him. You better gain a little weight for 100 if you're 179 pounds.
79, yeah.
That's not going to get it done in the SEC. Let's see. I find Darren Reed He shrunk an inch. He was 6'4", now he's only 6'3". But he gained 25 pounds. I hope that's good weight.
So he was 270?
He was 270 as a defensive lineman now. So I don't know if that moves him from the outside to the inside now. He's 295. And again, I hope that's good weight.
Gained 25 and lost an inch. That's interesting.
Yeah, really. J.C. Hart, this one is shocking as well. Plus 20. He's up to 195. This is the one they like at wide receiver
At
now.
6'2", that's
out
good.
of Notasulga.
Yeah, that's good.
Tyler Scott, -2 again. Well, how about Colton Hood? He shrunk down to 5'11". They had him listed at 6'1" in high school. Now he's 5'11", 183.
Hey, fudging on those numbers
A
at
little
the,
bit,
at the high
maybe.
school there. Yeah.
Terrence Love, the safety, shrunk an inch. He's down to 6'2", but he's up 16 pounds to 211. Yeah. 211-pound safety. That'd knock your head off.
At 6'2", I love that.
Wow, yeah. Sylvester Smith lost 9 pounds. He was another safety. Some of the transfers. Peyton Thorne lost 7 pounds down to 203. Yeah. Sounds like he's been working, working out, slimming down.
Toning it, yeah.
Jair Shorter, the wide receiver, lost 9 pounds, down to 209. Shane Hooks, excuse me, lost 14 pounds. That seems a little odd. Down to 191. I think they may have just inflated him a little bit.
Absolutely.
Caleb Burton actually gained 2. Jordan Muskrat, the transfer from Tulsa, I believe, lost 5 pounds down to 302. Good.
Yeah.
I like this one too, Jack. Linebacker Jalen McLeod up 7 to 237. 6'1", 237. Larry Nixon lost 5 pounds down to 231, and he shrunk an inch from 6'2" to 6'1".
Well, Andy, you know what I like about this list? Just looking at the heights, I'm sitting here looking at 2 wide receivers, one 6'2", and the other one 6'4". You know, I like that. I'll take that over a 5'11" any day. Now, a 5'11" that can burn and get past the back end of the secondary, that's another story. But these 6'2" and 6'4" receivers that are able to go up and get those 50-50 balls, I love it.
That's what you always like to see.
Yep.
That was the conventional wisdom. Now you see a lot of shorter guys in the NFL.
Yeah.
It's all about speed.
Yeah. Speed and how they use them. Yeah.
Some other notable names, Jay Fair put on 7 pounds, the wide receiver, to 186. Robbie Ashford put on 6 pounds up to 218. So maybe he can take the beating a little bit more as a college quarterback in the SEC. Rivaldo Fairweather, the transfer tight end, up 6 pounds, 251 for him. Dylan Wade, he's the one that actually grew an inch. He's up to 6'3" and gained 11 pounds to 307. That's pretty formidable. How about Connor Lew, plus 12? Plus 12 pounds, up to 290. He's looking maybe to get a little early playing time as a true freshman. But, wow, okay, Keldrick Falk, probably the most impressive recruit Auburn brought in last year.
No question.
Up to 6'6" and 288 pounds. That's plus 1 inch in height and 13 plus in weight.
Whew.
He's a monster.
He's a good-looking athlete.
6'6", 288. Robert Woodyard, the linebacker, -7, so they down to 234. 6 foot, 234, that's a pretty good linebacker.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Absolutely
And
not.
Wesley Steiner is lost a little weight too, 6 foot down to 245, -6 pounds.
Yeah.
Wesley Steiner, where does he fit in the linebacker rotation? I don't know. Probably not going to be a starter this year.
I wouldn't, not with what he's brought in. I wouldn't think so.
I don't know. We'll see. But, heights and weights, always kind of interesting to see who's going up, who's going down. Got J.C. Hart, plus 20. That takes the cake for me, though.
Yeah.
Was a cornerback at Notasulga. Now they like him as a wide receiver. But, wow, okay. That is doing some work. That is either eating a lot of jelly donuts or that's really hitting the weight rack.
Andy, I met our new nutritionist at Auburn for the football program, and I promise you it's not jelly donuts.
Oh, is that right?
She is.
Well, these guys have been kind of on their own in the summer.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, up to this point, until they've enrolled.
Well, yeah, those guys. Yeah. That's exactly right. You make a good point there. The guys that have been on campus.
Yeah, no,
you can't even sneak a donut on her. She don't play.
Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, we were talking about the wellness kitchen the other night, and how what a pretty cool place that is.
It is. Have you eaten in there?
I have not.
Yeah.
They will not allow me to go in.
I snuck in with a friend that knew the lady that's at the register.
You always know somebody on the inside.
That's where I met Daniel Carlson. Oh, yeah.
Got to take a break, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, Jason Caldwell from Inside the Auburn Tigers right after this.
"76% of nurses say they went into the profession because they wanted to help patients. No matter the reason you decided to become a nurse, you have all the tools needed to advance your degree at Jacksonville State University. Our Master's in Nursing program is now offered fully online and can be completed in less than 2 years. You can customize a flexible course schedule so you can receive your advanced education degree all while working on the front line. JSU Nursing, your opportunity to advance your career and serve your community."
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
OGS Tournaments. Russell Marine and State Farm agent Aaron Warren presents Crank for Bank 2023, April 1st through July 4th. Win over $1.5 million in cash and prizes. Over 200 tag bass and 50 tag crappie are waiting on you. All ages are welcome. Fish from the dock, boat, or shores of Lake Martin. Get registered now online at crankforbank.com for only $110 for 13 weeks of fishing. It's Crank for Bank 2023. Coastal Construction Design is the area's storm specialist experts and offers free roof inspections absolutely free to assess your needs. Their roofing experts get your home or commercial needs handled from start to finish. They have worked with all major insurance sources for decades, and they are permitted and approved for Lake Martin. Coastal Construction Design also handles exterior restoration, including siding and gutters. They are also a GAF certified contractor. Visit coastalconstruction.pro or call 251-215-3429. Coastal Construction Design. All things roofing from start to end.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our best rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Bucks Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bucks Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bucksisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
Ladies and gentlemen, the story you're about to hear is true, and the names have been changed because Brubaker Motors has sold to Sons Automotive. You heard right. Brubaker CDJR is now Sons Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Montgomery. Furthermore, Sons Automotive is a family business with dealerships throughout the Southeast. The name Sons Automotive is synonymous with trust, and they care about the communities they're a part of. They're excited to serve the River region, and in the interest of justice, you will be served a sentence of big savings. Sons CDJR of Montgomery. Family owned, family driven.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David with you, taking you up to 1 o'clock. We're going to go to the phone line. Welcome in our good friend Jason Caldwell from inside the Auburn Tigers. Jason, thank you for taking some time for us today.
Absolutely, guys.
Well, hey, it's been a big week. The 2024 schedule released, no dates, but you get some opponents. That's kind of a fun thing. Auburn's had quite a few commitments as far as football and baseball, for that matter. But first of all, the schedule, just your overall first impressions about that.
Yeah, it's really different. Obviously you didn't expect it to look, the same. But and I wrote something about it the other night. I think it's probably the fewest or the least sentimental home schedule for Auburn football in history. You look at it and you go your conference games that you know of, and we know now. Auburn and Vanderbilt haven't played a ton, and over the years, Vandy's been, and Auburn and Vandy actually played in Birmingham and Montgomery and other places a lot when they were in the league together earlier. Arkansas has played the most times of any of the four SEC teams that will be coming to Auburn in 2024. 16. That's it. Obviously Missouri, Auburn's going there. Even on the road, Missouri, Kentucky aren't places that Auburn's played a bunch. It's a very unfamiliar schedule. And you throw in Cal as a home game that year too. And it's a really interesting home schedule for Auburn. But I think it was something they're going to get used to. I don't know how it's going to work out, but there's going to be lots of different faces, lots of different teams with no divisions moving forward. There are a lot of these games that we've been used to over the years, I think we're going to see less and less of.
Have you heard anything about a tiebreaker for the SEC with no divisions?
I'm assuming it's all going to come down to rankings, something like that. That's how it's done in the Big 12. It's how it's been done. So the two highest ranked teams would be the ones that would make the championship game. And so I'm assuming that's the way it would work in the Southeastern Conference as well.
Wow. Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday, Jason. There's just so many variables with that tiebreaker. Well, we talked a little bit about this with you off the air. This being the first day of the College World Series, let's talk a little Auburn baseball because we don't hear that much about Butch's recruiting, but obviously you told us there's even some new guys that have signed up as early as today. And the good news is we don't think we're going to lose any of our super freshmen from last year. So fill us in on Butch Thompson and the Auburn baseball recruiting.
Yeah, no, all three of the guys, Ike Irish, Chris Stanfield, Zach Crotchfield, all those guys have put out on social media he plans to be back. That's a big deal. Cooper McMurray, I think, will be back as well. The big transfer from Kansas that had a good year. So you're talking about a good nucleus there. of position players to build around for this team. But obviously, going to be a lot of changes, a lot of holes when you're talking about, Bryson Ware, Cole Foster, Cason Howell in center field has played a ton of baseball. Bobby Pierce is a guy that has another year. Bryson Ware does too, actually, but we expect those guys to give pro baseball a shot if they have that opportunity this time. But so you look and start, figuring out what you're going to need. Well, they have a really good signee class coming in. Question is, what happens in the draft? And so Colt Emerson is a middle infielder that Auburn has signed from Ohio that looks like now could be in the first round. Kevin McGonigal is a middle infielder from Pennsylvania that may have played himself into the first round as well. But this time last year, Ike Irish was a guy that most people thought was probably going to be gone, and he wound up getting to Auburn. If they get one of those two infielders, it would be massive to get those guys in. We'll see, if that happens, because you never know what's going to happen with the draft. But, you have to go to transfer portal, and that's going to be a big part of things. They've added Carson Myers, transfer pitcher from UAB. Christian Hall is a transfer DH from UAB that's also committed. And, added, position players as well. An outfielder, Mason Mainers from Vestavia. Originally, they played at Jacksonville State, and then today added a commitment from a shortstop from Miami, Ohio. So they continue to add some of those pieces to go along with guys coming back and a signing class too. So it's a conglomeration, a never-ending story, and people get used to it in basketball and football, but it's absolutely the same case in baseball and softball and other sports as well.
Well, staying on recruiting, not to belittle the commitments of Bryce Kane and Kenley Faustin, but how big a deal is it really that Joe Phillips committed to Auburn yesterday?
Yeah, you start winning battles over Georgia and Alabama and those schools, that's where you have to be. Those are the types of players you have to get. It's college football, like everything else, is a talent acquisition game. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. There's no magic formula for Nick Saban and Kirby Smart. Those guys get the best players. That's the magic formula. And so the better players you get, the better coach you become. That's the grand scheme. That's it. And so for Hugh Freeze and his staff, it's about recruiting. And so you start winning some of those battles and getting guys that are committed to other schools or are winning battles over Alabama, Georgia, Clemson, those schools. That's what you have to start doing to start competing for championships again. And this staff understands that. Also understands it's still an uphill battle because they've only been on the job for, a little over 6 months now. But they're starting to make noise and make some inroads, and that's the goal right now, is just to continue to giving yourself opportunities to win some of those battles.
Jason Caldwell from Inside the Auburn Tigers. Jason, thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, guys.
See you, Jason.
Appreciate it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
J.A. Smith Construction, with 19 years experience, is your trusted choice for construction. Site clearing and grading for new home construction, basement excavation, concrete paving, storm drain installation, fish ponds, and slough dredging. No job is too big or too small. Call Alexander at J.A. Smith Construction at 334-531-0199 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. J.A. Smith Construction, your trusted choice for construction.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
L&G Ad Agency is the go-to vendor for all your digital and print marketing needs. We have in-house production for all projects, including graphic design, web design, social media marketing, videography, and print marketing. Our video production is up to industry standard with modern 4K cameras and drone capabilities. We pride ourselves in client-committed relationships, and every project is personalized to your needs. Visit lmgadagency.com for a free quote today. Let us tell your story.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your boat or vehicle to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your vehicle the right way. Located at 702 McCarty Road in Dayville, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or Superior Automotive and Boat Detailing.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David taking you up to 1 o'clock. Thank you so much for being with us today and being with us each and every week here on the Auburn Blitz. Again, the World Series beginning at 1 o'clock. TCU and Oral Roberts. Who you got?
I'm going with Oral Roberts.
Okay. Florida and Virginia tonight. Who you got?
Florida.
Wake and Stanford tomorrow.
Wake.
LSU and Tennessee.
Please, God, LSU. It's hard for me to say that, too, now.
Yeah,
but,
really.
As opposed to, I'm not even going to call him what I usually call him. Tennessee, you got to pull for the purple and gold.
All right, it is June the 16th on this Friday. 1984, the great track athlete Edwin Moses. This is just incredible. Wins his 100th consecutive 400-meter hurdles race.
Did you? Is that before your time? I'm trying to do my math.
Well, no. I was alive and well.
You remember watching him run?
No.
Okay.
I didn't watch a lot of track back then.
I do, and it was impressive. Yeah.
I can't imagine. I mean, most people have never run 400 meters ever. He did. He won 100 of the hurdles in a row.
If you could picture the perfect sprinter for hurdles as far as technique and everything, you know the old rumor about a good sprinter, you can put a glass of water on their head and it won't spill.
Right.
That was Edwin Moses. Yeah.
This one I found kind of it's surprising. It took me back, but 2008. You remember? Everybody remember Tiger Woods winning the U.S. Open, his third, defeating Rocco Mediate on the first hole of sudden death after an 18-hole Monday playoff. Remember, Tiger made a long putt to send it to and he did this all on one leg because, he had I think he had torn ligaments in one of his knees. And, this was pre all the hullabaloo with his wife and everything.
Yeah.
But, I mean, and I've had this conversation with people before, but think about that moment. He runs that putt in, sends it to a playoff, ends up winning it in sudden death. That would be the last major he would win.
Wow.
Until that 2019 Masters, which was, miraculous that he actually won it. Now the car accident and everything, but 2008, that's been a while. Yeah. That was the last major he won.
11 years in between. Yeah.
Wow. And that 19 Masters, I pretty feel comfortable saying that will be the last major he will ever win, but we'll see. Happy birthday today, Stan Laurel of Laurel and Hardy. Ken Johnson, first, I believe he's the only major league pitcher ever in baseball history to lose a complete game, 9-inning, no-hitter.
No-hitter, yeah.
How
do you do that?
That is not easy to do.
No.
Tom Bones Malone, familiar with him? Trombone player for the Blues Brothers.
Okay.
And Saturday Night Live.
Ah, okay.
1947.
I should know
Roberto Duran, 1951, good boxer. I believe he's the one that said no mas.
That automatically comes to mind when you say his name.
So it was Sugar Ray Leonard.
All the stuff he did, and it's, that's
no
the No Mas guy.
No mas. Tree Rollins. He's about big as a tree.
Yeah.
1955. How about James Helwig, also known as the Ultimate Warrior?
Wrestler?
Yeah.
Had to know it.
Born on this day, 1959, died in 2014. Crazy guy. Crazy. John Franklin, born on this day, 1967. Who is John Franklin?
Oh, no.
Nobody knows. I used to know, but I forgot. It'll come to me probably after the show. Happy birthday, Phil Mickelson.
Yeah.
Born on this day, 1970. Your boy, Tupac Shakur. Born on this day, 1971. Supposedly died in 1996, although some people
think he's still alive.
Yeah.
Him and Elvis, both.
Somewhere, he and Elvis are having a cup of tea. Kerry Wood, 20-game winner. I mean, not 20-game winner. 20 strikeouts for the Cubs.
Yeah.
But just could never stay healthy. 1977. Petros Papadakis. No.
He came to Panos Patakis from Van Wilder?
No.
Okay, all right.
Played at USC. Now he does. If you've ever watched the late Pac-12 games, if you're bored on a Saturday night and it's about time to go to bed, but you're not quite sleepy enough, and you turn over and watch one of those games, he's the guy doing the color.
Oh, I got you.
Very unique voice.
I guess.
But I think there have been several Papadakises that have played for USC. They get there, it's like a family thing.
Yeah, that's how he got the job, surely.
Maybe
you skipped dumb trade of the decade right there.
I know. I did. I didn't know if we had time for it. But on this day, 1975, the Milwaukee Bucks trade Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Walt Wesley to the Los Angeles Lakers for 4 players. And
what were they thinking?
It did not work out. Well, they couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
I think that was
It
part
was
of
time. Yeah, he got the big
That was
contract, Showtime and all that.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us this week. He is David. I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll talk again soon.